Today I'm going to take a short departure from the devotions on numbers that we've been doing. But some time ago I had this thought. It was kind of a dream which I've extrapolated out a little bit. But looking at Psalm 32, verse 7, it reads this way: You are a hiding place for me. You preserve me from trouble. You surround me with shouts of deliverance. This thought I had was that there once was a little boat that was moored off of a great land. And one morning the boat looked to the horizon and there was a storm brewing. The small boat watched as the storm approached and realized that it was not a small storm but a mighty tempest. It was coming. Other boats, but not all of them, were leaving the moorings and heading for a place of safe haven, shelter. But the little boat decided to stand fast. You see, the little boat did not want to leave the land since the land offered things that really pleased the little boat, and the boat was accustomed to the land. Yet the storm continued to brew, and the waves grew and began to crash mightily on the land. And the little boat now came to the realization that to stay on the land so attached to it meant certain disaster, certain death. And there was only one hope. It was to flee and to sail as fast and as hard as the little boat possibly could away from that land to safe haven. The little boat struggled to cut the mooring lines, for they were big and strong and well attached to the land. However, the boat did eventually cut them loose, and so that nothing was holding it back. As soon as the little boat broke loose, it sailed away from the storm towards safe haven. It seemed that immediately the boat arrived at safe haven, and it found that the storm still raged, but there at safe haven it found a place of shelter in the new land. And not only did the boat find shelter from the storm, but it also found the most beautiful place. The boat realized that this was truly paradise. The little boat discovered that safe haven was infinitely greater than anything it had ever imagined, and so much so that it lost all desire to return to its former land. You see, it was because of the storm that the little boat left its former place to find safe haven. We ought not to let the trials and storms of life that come our way cause us such great distress, and they often do. You see, I believe the Lord permits these to drive us like the little boat to safe haven. The psalmist indicates that Christ is our shelter in the time of a storm. It's often during the greatest trials of life that we will draw nearer still to Him who is our safe haven. So the question is this: are you in the midst of a trial today? Perhaps the storm that you're going through is designed just to draw you closer to safe haven, to drive you closer to the Lord. He loves you and He cares for you, and He's there and just wants you to be near and close to Him.